and on purpose. And I just think we're looking for them to be observant, to ask questions, to play the way that we know we're going to want them to play in the regular season and with the Hawks. It's a aggressive mentality that we want them to have. So their head's probably swimming right now with some of the defensive schemes and offensive terminology. It's a lot. You don't have a lot of practices. You have 3-4 practices. So I think it's just throw a bunch at them, see what sticks, and again, do the things that they can control, which is their energy and effort. But they've been great. They've been great. They've been very receptive, and the attitude's been right. So, but that's it.
Let's go to Darius with CBS 58 in Milwaukee.
How you doing there, Coach? Kind of following up with that, with Jalen Johnson specifically. Obviously, you go through the draft process, you get to know the kids as well as you can, then they actually get drafted to your team. But actually having the opportunity, multiple days of practice now, and then 4 games coming up. What have you kind of seen from Jalen up close now, having him in the Hawks building?
He's a very unique player. He's a rangy athlete, and he can handle the ball. He can make reads. He can run. He can finish at the rim. He's a very versatile young player, and I think our job is to just put him in situations where he's going to be able to showcase that, and that's what I think you'll see from him. But he's a special talent, and he's asking questions, and he's got a great mindset and a great attitude so far. So I think the versatility he has on both ends of the floor too. I think defensively is where you might see it even more. The ability to switch, guard multiple positions. Every team looks for that now. So.
Okay, let's go to Bob Rathbun.
Okay, thank you, John. Hey, Matt. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Bob. Good to see you too.
I know you mentioned earlier it's kind of like drinking from a fire hose for these guys just a couple of days in. Where, and it may be more fall camp than now, but for the new guys, how do you approach going over the rules of the game? Because they're playing a much different game in the NBA than they ever did in college.
Yeah. Even little things that you wouldn't, you can't assume anything with any young player. So an 8-second rule for a point guard might be new. 3 seconds, defensive 3 seconds. There's so many things that you want to go over and cover, but that has happened organically through our play and through our scrimmage. And we've had a chance to cover some of those things as it's happening live. And we've hit a couple big ones, and we're going to continue to just keep hitting them through the week and make sure that that they're learning as fast as they can. But it can be a little daunting for a young player, and especially here in Summer League, where again you got only a few practices to get what you want to get in, and still teach them these new rules. And it's a lot, but we're just kind of taking it day by day and hitting what we can hit with the young guys.
Great, thanks.
Back to Brad.
Has anyone stood out to you of the non-roster guys, not Jalen, Sharif, or Skylar, or anybody else that you've brought in that's really stood out so far this week?
We've had I've been on a lot of Summer League teams. I mean, this is like my 9th Summer League, I think, to be a part of a staff, and the group as a whole has been great. Yeah, they really have. That they brought effort to practice, and they just have good attitudes. The little things like being late, I haven't had to deal with any of that stuff. But yeah, each guy is kind of, I'm learning more and more about. You have a variety of players. You have a Jordan Bell on your roster who has some real NBA experience, and then you have a guy like E.B. Watson, who's trying to figure it out on the fly, but he's got a lot of talent too, and he's done some things this Summer League. But I've been really pleased with everybody, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Okay,